Alright, so here we are, FM15. Yeah, first series, first season, first episode. Thanks for giving it a shot. Thanks for tuning in. I've gone with Shrewsbury Town this time round because I asked you guys what you wanted to see from me, and most of you, a large majority, went for an English lower league club, and I chose Shrewsbury Town. A reason is that I have a bit of a history with this club. I had a save going on with my brother, together with my brother, on FIFA 11, I think. Maybe FIFA 12. No, I think it was FIFA 11, and we had some, fun with that team, and I was, wondering if I could do something with them on FM as well. As you can tell from the little league history graph here, they've been in and around the League 2 for the past 2 decades or so, and they've popped down to the Vanarama Conference once, and recently they got promoted to the League 1, and then just 2 years later they got relegated. So let's see if we can try and get them back into the League 1 on the bounce. In terms of budget, we don't have much of a transfer budget or a wage budget, but we'll just see how we can manage. And I think things are in place to do well with this club. Yeah, let's actually take a look at the squad now. Alright, so player-wise, we've got a pretty decent squad, I think. Looking at the ability ratings, that's not too bad. We've got some potential as well. Looking at these, there's some pretty decent prospects there. And I've put these guys in a bit of a formation that I think is going to work with the players that I have available. As you can tell, it's 15th of July, and that means I've played about a week of the game, and I've familiarized myself for a little bit. I've tried to familiarize myself as best I can with the players and the positions that need strengthening. And as you can tell from this little blue name here, Ben Davies, I've basically, taken care of the most important problem with the current squad, or the squad as it was when I came in, because this guy Miki Dimitriou, he was our best left back, and as you can tell, he's not really, crossing 12, that's not too bad. Marking 11, tackling 11, it's pretty average, and his acceleration and his pace aren't too great. So yeah, I was looking to improve on that position, and we did by loaning Ben Davies. He's not extremely good, but for this league, for this team, I think he's above average. As it's also reflected in his star rating. The rest of the players, I think the best player, according to my assistant manager, is this guy, Liam Lawrence. It looks pretty good. Decent all-round midfielder. The best role, according to my assistant, is ball winning midfielder, but I'd say he's more of an advanced playmaker, maybe a box-to-box. It's good that he's pretty versatile, but I'm not going to be using any wingers because we simply don't have the players for it. We don't have any good wingers. I think Ashley Vincent is the only real winger we have, and he's quick. He's really quick, but that's pretty much it. So other players that are noteworthy. This guy, Connor Goldson, I think I remember him from my FIFA 11 adventure with these guys. He's a decent central defender. He's got some great aerial ability, and a good prospect for the future as well. So I think he'll be crucial in defense, together with no, not him. He's pretty good as well. You know, a central defensively we're pretty much set, I think, now that we have Ben Davies. But where is that? I think yeah, Ryan Woods. Look at that. Look at that for some stats. I mean, 13 dribbling for a right back. That's something I always look at. Dribbling and crossing. His crossing isn't that great, but we can work on that. First touch 13, marking 13, passing for 14, tackling 13, technique 14, anticipation, good bravery, good composure, good decisions, determination. I'd like to see a little bit higher, just like concentration should be a little bit higher, I think. Good positioning end of the ball. Yeah, great work rate. I think he'll prove to be very useful indeed. I think that's going to be it for the squad. Let's just take a quick gander at the tactics. This is the formation I've gone with, a 4-4-2 basically, but very narrow, because we really, like I say, we don't really have any wingers. This guy I'm going to retrain to be an attacking midfielder, because I think that's his best position. That's going to be his best position. He's got great dribbling, well, decent dribbling, decent finishing, decent first touch, decent passing, decent technique, good vision, work rate, his positioning of the ball. All of these stats are something he can use very well as an advanced midfielder. Right. Anything else I need to touch on here? Yeah, so I'm going with the controlling mentality, fluid team shape, and if you want to take a look at the team instructions, pause the video here and feel free to copy them, but I warn you, I have not tested this tactic yet. It's completely, well, not random, but it's what I think will work based solely on the players that I have available. I think it should do pretty well, but again, I haven't had that much experience with FM15 yet. I've had a little bit of a 3-month save going on, I think, so I have some experience from that, but it's not a lot to go on, and it's still a bit of a dive into the deep for me. Just, you know, based on the club I've picked as well, because I've not managed any lower league English clubs ever on FM, so this is a dive into the deep and dive into the unknown for me, and it's gonna be a learning process for me as well, so it'll be interesting to see how I do with this club. Right, before I leave you guys, we'll take a quick look at our schedule. In pre-season we'll face Nottingham Forest, Forest Green, Coventry and Bristol Rovers, and then we've got our first Sky Bet League 2 game against AFC Wimbledon, which is going to be interesting. The Capital One Cup is going to kick off 3 days later against Sheffield Wednesday, and then the Johnston Paint Trophy and the FA Cup haven't been drawn yet, so more on that later. Right, so I think this is going to be fun. There's quite a few games here. I'm not used to that many games. I usually manage in the obscure little leagues with only about 16, well, last season at least, last year. I was in Singapore. You guys saw that. That's only 16, no, I was less than 16 teams, I think. So this is going to be a bit of an adjustment, but I think it'll be fun. I'm going to try and get Shrewsbury up the leagues as quickly as I can. I think that's going to be a great challenge. Try and get them into the Premier League. Maybe do some things in Europe, some beautiful things in Europe. But that's all long term. Let's try and win the League 2 first. So I think that should be the goal for this season. Try and win the League 2, or at least get promotion. Like I say, I haven't had much experience with FM15 yet, so I'm not sure. I might fail miserably, but we'll deal with that later if it needs to be dealt with. So, what do you guys think of the choice of club? What do you think we can do with this club? Do you think we can pop right back up to the Skybet League 1? Yeah, just give us your comments, give us your opinion, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.